So let's look at additional operations that we can perform on arrays. So for example, here we talked about accessing arrays, so accessing a specific index previously, and we talked about changing whatever is stored within a certain index. For example, books 2 now. Let's change to Oprah. So we start from 0 again. 0, Harry Potter. 1 is Tintin, 2 is Marvel Comics, so Marvel Comics was changed to Opera here, and we spoke about the length of an array, so the length of an array here will be insectArray.length, so .length property. Arrays are actually a type of object, a special type of object in JavaScript. This will all make sense when we start tackling objects as data structures, and then we have insectArray.length, of course, so forth and so on. So I'm just going to delete all of this for now and introduce you to better and more interesting methods here. So I just let the insect array here be bee, wasp, and butterfly. So for example, what if I wanted to add a new type of insect here, a new species of insect, broad category? So I'm just going to say insect array dot push. So dot push, and let's just say I wanted to add a moth, for example. So what this does is it will add moth and it will append it to the end of this array. So now our array should have 5 elements. The last element should be moth. So let me just add a comment here, adding elements to the end of an array, right? So just have to make sure this is one line. So let's see what happens when we actually display our array after adding new elements. So console.log. Let me just go insect array OS, and then let's go here. So there you go. So now it has 5 elements, which is indicated by this 5 here, and we will be wasp and butterfly and our moth here. So after this operation, we added moth to this array. Now it goes from 0 to index 4, right? Because there are 5 elements and we start from 0 when we're looking at indexes. Right. Now, what if I wanted to remove an element at the end of an array? Well, I have to use a method called pop. So I have to go, let me just add a comment here, remove element, and I can just go insect array. And here I don't have to specify anything here within these parentheses. I could just go insect array.pop and I would remove an array. So let me just come here and just display this array again. Good practice is to put semicolons, of course, don't forget. So let's refresh now. And now, once again, the array has removed the element moth, right? In the first line here, it was added, right? It was added and then displayed. Now I removed and displayed, and now it goes back to 4 elements, and the moth element is no longer existent. But this seems limited, right? Because you only adding towards the end, only adding and removing from the end. But what if we wanted to add from the beginning of the array? So I could just say here, add from beginning. So I'm adding an element from the beginning here, and I just go insect array dot. We go unshift this time, unshift, and let's just say I wanted to add beetle at the beginning of the array now, and let me just display the array again. Let's see what this line of code will accomplish. So let's go. So there we go. So beetle is at the beginning of the array this time, right? So we added beetle at the beginning of the array, and it goes up to butterfly because we removed the moth using pop method. And what if we wanted to remove from the beginning? Well, it was shift. It was unshift. Now it should be shift, right? Intuitively. So remove from beginning, for example, and then we go insect array the shift. And again, we don't have to specify anything within these parentheses or brackets here. We will just pop from the remove an element from the beginning automatically. And let me just display this as for demonstrative purposes. And let me refresh now. There we go. So our array is just, it returns to its original state, right? Where it's just bee, wasp, and butterfly. Why? Because we removed beetle, which was we appended from at the beginning using this line here. So we added beetle, and then using this line here, we remove beetle from the beginning. So thank you very much. We'll look at more array methods, and we'll look at multi-dimensional array in a later video.